So I just pulled up to Captain Charlie Thomason's Silverside Lodge. And man, I spent yesterday putting up shiplap on a wall in my house. It's gonna serve as a backdrop for a lot of future videos. And let me tell you, I am sore. Hopefully I can even cast today. It's literally that bad.
Have some Bengay, Grandpa.
But I'm really excited about what we're doing today. Charlie's one of my favorite people to fish with. Please don't tell him I said that. Number one, he's a really, really good angler. Number two, he loves throwing hard plastic baits, which is really my favorite way to fish this time of year. So we've set up a little challenge for ourselves today. We got some tough conditions, really, really hard southeasterly wind. But we're gonna throw nothing but hard plastic baits, and we're gonna try and catch 15 legal fish. Now, we don't have a long time to fish. Doesn't sound like a very high bar, but when you throw those hard plastics this time of year, you're generally targeting much bigger fish than if you just throw soft plastics or even live bait. So 15 is our mark today. Wish us luck. I can't wait to get out on the water. This is gonna be fun. All right, Charlie and I are at our first stop. We literally traveled like 5 minutes from his lodge. Water's nice and pretty in here, and we're both throwing topwater baits. I got a she-dog, Charlie has a?
I got the CI series of a mirror lure. Pink, hot pink, real clear water. I love hot pink or chartreuse in that.
All right, let's see what happens. I'm ready to cast. Clear water, I just saw a mullet jump.
Well, I mean, the thing, let me tell you, what we got, you know, we always say, you find the mullet, you find the fish.
Ooh, first cast! First cast!
Now, I'll tell you this. Did you ever think you'd fish February topwater lure?
I love fishing topwater in February. Now, it ain't a big trout, but it was fun. My first trout on the topwater this year.
Gotta love it.
He's not a big one, but I'm gonna measure him and see if he's gonna help with our challenge, because he might be close to 12.
Yeah, he probably makes it. But I'll tell you right now, we gotta find out, you got a little bit higher pitch. You got the she-dog. I've got this CI's regular series, which is a little bit lower. Is he good?
Yeah, he's good. You keeping fish or no?
I'm not keeping any fish today.
We're gonna let him go.
No. But we're using two different things, so we're gonna see. You've got a really loud presentation. I got a really subtle presentation. We're gonna see which one works. So I have tons of both.
Oh!
That was a good fish.
Oh, I thought.
That was a really good fish.
See, Charlie knows us better than anybody, but this time of year, people don't even think to throw topwater baits. But if you can find mullet, grass, and clean water, just work a big flat and you're gonna catch them. You're gonna find those fish.
You know, and the thing is, Todd, is that they have to drift. You know, I got the trolling motor moving real slow. We're covering a lot of ground. The fish are not schooled this time of year. What they're gonna be is they're gonna be scattered out. There might be 100 fish right here, but they're scattered. They're not on a point ambushing or anything yet.
Oh, that was a good fish.
Watch this.
No, he missed it.
That was a big fish.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Oh.
I would rather do this than absolutely anything in fishing. This is just fantastic. Oh, that was like a red
fish.
That was like a
big old red fish. Look at the swirl. Look, he's
he's back behind it.
Oh my God.
Do I want to hook him or not?
Look, that's a trout.
God.
That's a trout.
You think?
Is it? Oh, no,
know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a trout.
It's a nice trout.
I told you they got
It is
25
a nice
inches
trout.
in here. Wait, I'm gonna stop this right here.
I don't know if he's 25 inches, but he is a nice trout. It's nicer than the last one.
You want the net?
I don't think he's net worthy.
Okay. Oh, that's a good fish.
Yeah! Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh, man. Now,
Charlie, we've been fishing how long? 2 minutes?
Yeah,
3 minutes?
2 or 3 minutes.
Insane.
Stuff. Look at that. Nice 2.5.
Beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish.
So I'll tell you this, if I don't catch another fish today, now look, this isn't a giant fish, but to catch it on top water this time of year when it's been so long, it's sweet. Love you, buddy.
Oh! Did you get him?
I don't think I got him. Nope.
Oh, unreal.
Dude,
Guy doesn't even know.
He doesn't
even know that he's got a fish.
I had no
on.
resistance.
Redfish? Or
I
big
don't
trout?
know.
Nope,
I think
trout.
it's a trout.
Another nice trout.
Not as big as the last. He's all lassoed.
Yep. I might have to switch to a she-dog. I want that little bit louder presentation. And maybe that chartreuse color, too. Beautiful fish. You got him twisted up so much on there.
He is This poor fish.
It would almost probably, oh no, he just hooked in the belly.
Hook.
Yeah.
There he goes. He's got a little life
That's
to
a
him.
nice fish. You know, Todd, and the thing is that someone like me, I've been guiding, you know, I was telling you on the way out, this is my 25th year anniversary of me guiding.
Right.
And
Oh, heads up, heads up.
as a good guide, I always allow my guests to catch better
That's
fish.
so nice of you.
That's
dude.
just how
Thank
I do,
you. I
man.
appreciate that.
You know, most people wouldn't do that.
It
out
means
there,
a lot to me.
you know?
You're right.
Beautiful.
Few spots on this thing. Look at that.
What is it?
Very few spots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fish hit me and swam at me. I'm like, oh no, you missed it. This is awesome. This is just, it does not get any better.
No, it does. It'll get a little better if I catch one.
And like doing this, I would take a bite every, 2 bites an hour.
Oh,
Like,
without a
it's
doubt.
Totally fine.
There he is.
Oh, nice.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Man, he hit me good too.
on the new bait.
Yep. Let me. I'm gonna loosen my drag up a little bit. My drag didn't really go out. I was just barely twitching it and reeling it. Yeah, I've never used this thing before. It's a new bait out by Mirror, and what it is, it's called the Crazy Croaker. It's a soft bait that's got a hard bait profile, got a little arch in it, and what it does, it falls backwards and sinks, but it's a heavy bait, and it's not a suspending bait. It's actually a slow falling or fast falling.
Oh, there he is. There he
Oh,
is.
Todd's got one.
There he is.
Nice trout or red?
It's a trout.
I haven't fished in here in probably 3 months.
Right?
You know,
That's a look at that. That's a pretty trout. That's a pretty trout.
Oh man, that is so awesome. And I'll tell you, as y'all see, Todd, you know, he's catching them on that she-dog.
Oh,
Definitely
man,
noise
nice
is
trout.
making a good thing. You want me to get a net?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, let's get a net real quick.
That's a good fish. That might be a 3-pound fish.
Yeah. Here we go. Bring them on up. There we go. Beautiful fish. Awesome. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than that. I mean, these fish are hitting those top waters. I may look silly, but I'm not dumb. I'm gonna switch over just like Todd to she-dog and start catching some of these fish. Oh man.
That's why you come to Hopedale in February. Everybody thinks you can't catch these fish in February. Let me tell you, if you're patient and you're willing to work an area, you can catch some absolute gorillas this time of year. Topwater baits, grass, mullet, clean water, and if you don't have the stuff to do it yourself, definitely come fish with Charlie and tell him you want to throw topwater baits for big speckled trout.
Oh, I heard him. I heard him.
Yes, yes indeed. Oh, nice fish.
Is it?
He's not as big as the last one, but he's nice. Look at him going bananas. Porpoising.
Oh
Acting
man, what a
crazy.
nice fish. Look at that, Todd.
Woo! Look at this.
Oh man, that's a very nice
Dude,
fish.
that's a nice trout.
Woo, woo. You want me to net him?
Nah.
Swing it in, 20-inch trout.
Swing him in. Another gorilla. Man, it's a heavy fish.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all, this could be happening along the entire Gulf Coast. Just nobody's doing it. I'm telling you,
Nobody's
nobody
doing
thinks
it. I
about
agree.
doing
Nobody does it. Nobody does it.
They'll be doing it after this.
Yep. If they're smart.
That's a redfish. Dang, he got me.
Oh, he got
Oh,
it.
he got me. I saw him come all the way out of the water.
Definitely a red?
Yeah. I saw him come all the way out of the water.
Yep, definitely a red. Oh,
Beautiful.
big fish.
Spit it out. Good, I don't have to deal with him.
Yep.
I didn't want to have to net him.
better.
It was awesome hit. I saw him come all the way out
You
of the
gonna let
water.
him go anyway.
See another redfish.
Oh, he got it.
I saw
He got
this
it.
fish come from literally, this fish literally came from like the bank. When my bait hit the water, he came running.
That's another big one.
Oh man. Oh.
I guess I'm gonna have to net him for you.
No, I didn't
Since you
really
netted my big trout.
That's a big red. Nice. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a beast. That's a big red.
He's wanting to eat that. He ate it perfectly. The hooks, look, right in line with his mouth, just like you'd want it. Awesome deal. Man, well, at least my fish really kind of equals up to all yours that you've caught
Right.
so far.
And weight, definitely.
Oh, I heard it. Now the beautiful speckled trout.
Oh,
Unbelievable,
man,
y'all.
Nothing like it. There's
Unbelievable.
Nothing like it.
And what's crazy is Todd is catching the trout. I'm getting redfish hits like crazy, but I can't get the trout. And it just may be the little bit difference that we're, you know, how we're fishing. I mean, we got kind of the same bait, you know, in the ways of color. Just might be the presentation just a little bit different. It's awesome.
Never know.
Oh, another beautiful, another beautiful fish. What, you want me to net him?
Look at this.
You want me to net
No,
him?
I'm a flip him.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's so awesome.
Yeah. Look at this big boy. This is what I live for. Just love this. Love this time of year.
There he is. I figured you out, Todd. See, y'all? I couldn't figure out what Todd was doing. I just watched him a little bit. Sometimes you got to do that. And guess what? He slowed way down. I slowed down. Guess what? Bam. Nice speckled trout.
Pretty fish.
Oh, watch
pretty
this.
fish. Oh, dude.
I know it's a big one.
Whoa. No, we're netting him.
I don't want to leave my bait out there. Oh, look at this.
Oh, Todd, what you did?
I busted your net.
No, you just pulled the thing out. All right, I'll bring it to you. Ooh, look at that. Get him in there. I'm telling y'all, this is a big fish.
Dude! Oh, look at this. Look at this trout.
5 pounds,
Look at
4.5,
this
5
trout.
pounds.
Look at this trout.
Fishes are like,
Ooh! Yes!
he's not as big as those other ones.
He's not,
Nailed it.
but he did. I'm not complaining, Charlie.
No way. He's not that big, but he's probably 14 or something.
Any fish on top is fun.
Look at that. Look at
Nice.
that. That's a good little keeper trout there.
Oh, it's fun. Man, this is fun.
Yep.
And I always like when they have that front hook. Like, that tells me that they're hitting.
Yeah, that's right. They get aggressive.
So I said when we started the day, our goal was 15 keeper fish. I have no idea what the count is now. and to be honest, I don't care. Oh!
This is a trout.
Oh, loosen that drag.
Wait, my line's stuck. Oh,
Stuck on what?
I don't know. It's stuck on itself in here.
Oh no.
I can't get it out.
Oh, no.
I'm bringing it in. I'm bringing it in.
I'm reeling in. I gotta get the net.
Now this right here.
This could be a gorilla.
Let me power pull down. Holy moly! If this is a trout,
I think it's a trout.
God,
I think it is a trout.
Nailed this thing.
I think it is a trout.
Yes, it is. It's a big one.
It's a big trout.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. This is amazing. Todd, wait till you see this fish.
Woo! Look at this fish. Nice.
Oh, he's barely hooked.
Charlie Thomason fishes every day, and look at him. He's acting like a schoolgirl. That's what these big trout will do to you.
Oh my gosh. Wait till y'all see this fish. Oh. Come here, big girl. You gotta let it take. She's
Take your time, dude.
Yeah.
No rush. I'm in no hurry. Move my bait. I gotta move my
I'm
bait.
telling y'all, I am so excited right now. Wait until you see the size of this fish. And if you see how I'm playing it, that's what you want to do. You know, you can't horse these big trout like this. Oh man, look at this. Oh man, look at this, y'all. Wait up, look. Oh, another monster speckled trout on these top waters. Look at it. Oh, just gorgeous.
It's blowing close to 20, maybe even a little bit more in the gusts. It's kind of slowed down our bite. I don't think it's affecting the fish. I think it's just affecting how we're working our baits. Oh! Yeah! Yes! Dude, that's a big trout.
Is it?
That's a big trout.
It's right here.
Yeah!
That is awesome.
So Charlie and I came and made a quick pass in this little cove, and maybe my second cast hooked up with a beautiful speckled trout.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the net for this one, I think.
Yeah, he's not quite as big as I thought, but he's still very nice.
You wanna use the net or?
I'm gonna flip it.
Okay, nice one. It's a good fish.
Yeah, he's hooked good.
Hey, there we go.
That's crazy.
I'll tell y'all, we moved and the wind is just really blowing now. I mean, it's probably 20, 25, and these fish are still eating it up.
No need to net them when you're catching 24-inch fish. You don't want to really net the 21 inchers.
Oh,
There he is.
nice.
He's not as big as the last one, but
No doubt, you outfished me today. There's no doubt. And the only way I can say that I outfished you on redfish is that we only caught
I
one.
caught one.
But Todd really has, without a doubt, caught the majority of the fish today. And I think really what it has to do is is that
Skill of the angler.
that's it. Well, what he's doing is he's fishing slower and like longer like stretches with his bait. I'm having a real hard time mimicking that, but when I slow down enough, I'm catching them. It's just I'm too anxious. I'm reeling too fast.
I'm catching like
There he is.
There he is. Oh, dude, is that a? Oh, that's a big trout.
Look at him flying.
That's a big trout. Oh man, is that awesome? That is awesome.
Oh, jeez. Look at him.
Look, he's going crazy.
Oh, dude, he's really big.
Is he really big?
He's a lot bigger than you think he is. He's a lot.
Oh, it's a pretty fish.
Oh, it's a pretty fish.
I don't know, big. It's a good fish. Oh, he's nuts. Look how fat he is.
Oh yeah, dude.
That is a big fish.
Nice.
Look how fat this
That is a fat fish. Yeah, he's not that long. He's just, man, look at the girth.
I know, he's huge.
That is why you throw topwater baits in February.
Absolutely. Sun's up, sun is high, and I mean the thing is, people would stop fishing right now.
Yep.
Top waters.
Yep.
No way. It's a good 4-pounder, maybe a little heavier. Man, this fish is
This
big.
fish is big.
Come on, big girl. Bluefins right now. There she goes. All right, there she goes.
All right, nice. All right, on that note, I think we gotta call it a day. I keep telling Charlie, we gotta leave, we gotta go. I can't get the man to stop fishing.
It's too hard when you're catching big trout like that. I mean, that was a good 5-pound trout, no doubt. 25 inches, no doubt 5-pound trout. Ending the day at exactly 10:15 right now. Sun's up, big trout, mirror lures, February.
All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Marsh on YouTube. So I'm heading to a marina that's only about, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or so from my house. Unfortunately though, I'm stuck behind a school bus. They keep stopping and picking up kids. It's all about the children. So if you watch this channel for more than like 5 minutes, you know that my favorite thing to do is to get in the marsh and go hunt around for new fish that I haven't caught before in areas I've never fished, and that's my plan for today, at least partially. I fished with Captain Charlie Thomason this week, and we had an epic day catching big speckled trout on topwater baits, and I could go back and beat up on Charlie's fish, but that's not really my style. I want to go find some new fish in new areas, and that's what I'm attempting to do today. I've identified some areas on a map that I think should be productive. Now, I'll admit, this has a high chance of failure. The reason is, you really don't know what an area holds until you get there. Is there gonna be bait? Is there gonna be grass? Is there gonna be clear water? To have that trifecta and also have those big speckled trout, it's a long shot, I admit it, no doubt. But I got 3 areas I wanna check out, and I've got a backup plan as well. I know I can go in the marsh and catch some reds and bass, so I think I'll have success today, but I can't wait to see if I can catch some more gorilla trout on top. So come along with me, let's see what happens. I can't wait to find out. All right, so I just pulled up to my first spot, and I can tell you my optimism level is not high at all. The water's marginal. It's really borderline unfishable for topwater. I'm gonna make a few casts, but I'm not optimistic. Not only that, I've been sitting here a couple minutes and haven't seen any bait. The wind is simply howling. I got soaked on the boat ride over here, so I've got a number of things working against me, but I'm gonna make a few casts just to see. It's also surprisingly chilly today. There's supposed to be a warm front coming through to heat things back up, but boy, it's cold this morning with this wind blowing. One thing I've noticed, you can never tell in these videos how windy it is. Let me tell you, it is howling today. Forecast called for 10 to 15, but it's over 20 right now, absolutely. Oh, there's a big red. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. He was a giant. That's not what I'm here for. Well, I saw him destroy the bait. That is a big fish. It's gonna take me a while to get him in. There he goes. I'm gonna loosen this drag because I really don't want to lose this bait. Woo, this drag's tight. That is a gorilla redfish. I'm gonna be fighting him for the next 20 or 30 minutes. It's that big. He's taking a break, but he's gonna be running again soon. I know that. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. This will be a lot easier for both of us if you just give it up. Now I'm at least 100 yards off the shoreline. That fish must have been in a school. I was just out here in this cove. Hopefully I get him in so you can see him. So having glimpsed him a couple times, I'm guessing he's about 18 pounds, maybe even 20 pounds. I'll get a better gauge when he gets in the boat, if he does. He's definitely a netter. I'm glad I brought the net today. Oh, it's a crab trap cork. Glad he didn't get entangled in that. All right, he's getting closer. Oh, come on, settle down, I'm gonna let you go. I promise I will let you go. Let me get this net. All right, big boy. And I'll go in my motor. I'll go in my motor. There we go. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, skeleton, hang on. There we go. Yeah, he just wanted to hang on to the boat now. Woo, that is a big fish. That is a big, big bull redfish. Man, he's gonna be tough to get in by myself. Oh, I hooked the bait. That's not good news. That is not good news at all. Let's see if we can get him in. Bent my net. That is a bruiser redfish. I'm gonna show him to you. Look at this guy. Look at him. That's a gorilla. That is a giant redfish. All right, so fortunately the hook came out pretty easily. Look at the size of this thing. I'm gonna get him back in the water. He should be fine. Man, I feel like I just won a couple rounds with Tyson in his prime. All right, maybe not a couple rounds, maybe just a couple seconds. Whew, but I'm whipped. It wasn't the big speckled trout I was after, but I'm definitely happy catching that fish. That was a beast. I'm gonna motor up and go do my drift again because I'm way away from where I need to be. I wouldn't mind catching another one of those, but I'm gonna need a breather first. I need to catch my breath. I came way back in this little cove just to get out that wind for a minute. Make a few fan casts before I move on. Just had some grass in my lure, that's a good sign. Water actually looks pretty good in here. Haven't seen any bait yet though. But the presence of that redfish tells me there's probably some here. That's what you want to see. It's a pain in the butt sometimes when it fouls your lure, but to catch those big trout this time of year, you gotta have some grass. Or at least to catch them on these topwaters. I just love this style of fishing. I love it. I'll do this all day. Oh, just got a hit, Wasn't much of a hit, I think it was a little trout. Oh, there's a mullet, just saw a mullet jump. We got the ingredients. That was a little trout that hit me. He just kind of came up and sampled it. Man, you throw this lure downwind, it goes about 3/4 of a mile. Oh, there's another hit. Little fish, not what we're after. Now I've had some of my best topwater trout days when it's windy. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think they're a lot less nervous in conditions like this. You get a flat calm day, you better make long casts and throw a much more subtle bait, like a Top Dog Junior or even a Popar. In days like today, you better be throwing something obnoxious like a she-dog. Ooh, there's a fish. There's a fish. That's a trout. That's what we're here for. That's a good sign. Come on, get in the boat. He hasn't come up yet at all. Almost acting like a red, but it's got to be a trout. I'm hoping it's a trout. Oh, it's a nice trout. It's a nice trout. Oh yeah, it's a nice trout. There we go. There we go. All right, so definitely not as big as the ones I caught with Charlie the other day, but trust me, I'm not complaining. Look at that. nice, beautiful topwater speckled trout. That was awesome. This is what I came for. Happy to catch that red, but this is what I came for. Could not be happier. New area, I've never fished it, and it's holding topwater speckled trout. All right, buddy, swim off. Go see your friends. There you go, good boy. I tell you what, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Big speckled trout on topwater baits, that does it. And who knows, that may be the last trout I catch today on top. I don't know. Even still, makes it worth getting out of bed and coming here early in the morning. A world-class redfish and a beautiful speckled trout on top. But you know how it is with trout. Usually there's one, there's more. These fish are definitely not schooling this time of year. They're scattered out. But whatever had that one trout here is gonna have others here. Or at least that's my hope. Oh boy, I got smoked. Oh, I set the hook too quickly. Oh. Rookie mistake. Oh, he's back on it again. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Last chance, you're getting too close to the boat. All right, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. See if I can get his buddy to hit. He chased it a while. It's actually a pretty decent fish. It's a good sign that he kept coming after it. Wish he hadn't missed it. Oh, goodness. How could they miss it? There, he got it. He got it. That's a big speckled trout. That is a big speckled trout. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, get you in the back. Come on, stay on, baby. Stay on. Stay on, you mondo. That is a monster. That is a I'm gonna net him. All right, he's not as big as I thought, but he is a netter. He is a netter for sure. Oh, man, I love it, I love it. He's wrapped up in the line, so I don't think he's gonna get away. I'm gonna hoist him in. Oh yeah, oh yes. Oh man. Big, beautiful speckled trout. Look at this thing. Look how purple he is. All right, so there's no happier man on planet Earth right now than me. There isn't. Terrible conditions, coming to an area I've never fished before, hoping for the best. And look, big, beautiful speckled trout. My favorite way to catch them, on topwater baits. Goodness, that is just awesome. Flat out awesome. Now, I may end up fishing bass and reds before the day is out, but it's gonna be tough to get me away from this. I'll do this all day for just a few bites. So I'm a big believer that one fish is a fluke, two is a pattern. That tells me there's at least a few in here who are willing to hit topwater. Now when you fish topwater, you're gonna lose a few fish. Those baits are so heavy, the fish have a ton of leverage when it's jumping out the water trying to throw them. So it's vitally important that you match your rod to the style of fishing you're doing. Essential, really. I don't lose nearly as many topwater fish as I used to because of the rod I use. It's a Castaway skeleton. It's light powered. People always say light action. That's not correct. It's light powered. The rod has a ton of flexibility, and you need that. You need some give when those fish come up and try and throw that lure. If you got a stiff rod, they're going to be able to pull away and tear that bait out of their mouths, and you're going to lose them. I'm telling you, you're going to lose a lot more fish throwing a medium or a medium heavy than you will with a light or a medium light. I used to throw a medium light, and it was definitely better than my medium, but this light rod, this light powered rod is, boy, I don't lose many at all. Of course, now that I say that, I'm probably going to lose the next fish, but just not nearly as many as I used to. It's the last cast. I'm going to pull up and continue my drift, even though it's getting really rough out here as we get a little farther from land. Just one more bite. That's all I want. Just one more bite. I'm such a liar. It's one of the things that's so exciting with topwater. You can go so long without a bite, and a fish will just hit out of the blue. Just about give you a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a trout. If that's a trout, I'm gonna be a happy man. He's swimming at me. But boy, that was an explosion. Please be a big trout. Please be a big trout. Boy, he doesn't feel as big as that hit was, because he tattooed it. It's looking like a red. Yep, redfish. Redfish. Look at this guy. All right, buddy, look. Let's make a deal, huh? You come in easily, and I'll let you go. How's that? How's that? You can't lose with that deal. I don't want to put you in the net. You seem pretty well hooked. All right, come on. I don't want to hook in my hand, most importantly. It doesn't look too pleasant in your mouth. All right, not nearly as big as the last redfish, but a definite keeper. I'm not keeping anything today, but he would make the team if we wanted to take him home for dinner. Normally redfish kind of roll on top of a topwater bait. This one didn't. He came up and smashed it like a trout. I had my doubts that it was a trout, just simply because of the size of the explosion. But it was this guy. We're gonna let him go. Sun's starting to pop out. It's getting a little warm. Maybe that warm front came through. Sure hasn't stopped the wind any. Now this topwater fishing will be going on throughout the month of March. What I've found in the past though, is you kind of have to follow the fish out, because the fish are moving out. March is a transition month. They're heading out to the spawning grounds. They're still going to be inside in March, but they're going to be on the fringe. They're going to be on the fringe of the inside. And then in April, oh, he missed it. Come back. Come back. Oh, that was a major explosion. That had to be a redfish. But he did not come back. Oh. I did good on that one. I didn't set the hook, but he didn't get it. So things change in April. And if you want to catch these big trout on top, you really have to go outside. They still have fish on the inside that'll hit top water, but the big bruisers are by and large outside by then. Oh, that's a hit. That was a small fish. He thought he wanted it, but he changed his mind. Probably got intimidated by this big bait. I really feel like I'm too close to the shoreline. I'll do my next drift a little farther out. A lot of people mistakenly think you got to fish shorelines for trout. I find the opposite to be true. They're really not cover-oriented fish. They are structure-oriented fish, but not cover. Usually you'll find your reds closer to shore and your trout farther out from shore. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, please be a trout. It looks like a trout. It definitely looks like a trout. He hit it like a trout, that's for sure. Yes, yes indeed, it's a trout. Not Godzilla, but he's a nice trout on top water. Oh, he's barely hooked. I may not get him in the boat. It's all right, I got the fun part done. Oh, it's a big fish. My goodness, he's bigger than I thought he was. All right, that second hook got him. That second treble got him. Let's see if we can get him in without. Oh, it's a big fish. Oh, it's a big fish. Stay on, dude. Stay on, dude. Stay on, dude. Where's my net? I'm gonna net this one. My whopper jarred net from that redfish. It's a bigger fish than I thought. Yes. Yes, he is. One way to do it. Whew. He got off, but he got off in the boat. All right, look at this dude. Look at him. How about that? So pretty. So pretty. Topwater baits. We're technically in late winter. It's not even spring yet. It has definitely felt like it lately, but late winter trout on topwater baits, so underrated, so few people do it, and it is so productive for these big gorillas. I'm gonna let him go. So I kind of let the wind push me a little bit away from shore, and lo and behold, I got a big trout to bite. Oh, boy, is this fun. But man, I really got to work on my solo net technique. That's two fish that I went to net, ended up tangling the net and the hooks. So I'm making a fast drift through here, not using the motor to hold me. Just gonna try and cover a bunch of water and see if I can run across a fish. Kind of got to be your mindset when you do this. You got to look for just individual fish. You're not really looking for a school, you're looking for individuals. And really, every fish you catch on top is a trophy. They really are. They're that much fun. So the area we're fishing is between the winter grounds and the spawning grounds, but much closer to the winter grounds. It really makes sense for this time of year. It's where you want to be. You actually have fish in the spawning grounds year-round. There's some trout that just don't come inside at all. But getting out there this time of year is virtually impossible. It's just windy every day. You really need the protection of this marsh. So like you, I'm sure, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and some of these guys have been doing a lot longer than I have, and boy, they're exceptionally good at what they do. So while I was fighting one of my fish earlier, I called it a mondo. You kind of pick up the language of some other YouTubers. So if you can be the first one to name the famous YouTuber who calls his big fish mondos, we'll send you a matrix shad prize pack. So if you've never done a bunch of topwater fishing, there are some really important keys. Number one, go with a bait you have confidence in. And I'll tell you, I have no more confidence in any bait than I do in these she-dogs. Almost always, if I'm throwing topwater for trout, it's gonna be a she-dog. Also, you wanna learn how to walk the dog. That's the technique. You get the bait going one way and you twitch it back the other way. It just kind of dances across the surface like that. And sometimes they want it paused in between. Sometimes they want it fished really quickly. I kind of have a natural cadence that's my go-to, but I vary from that according to what the fish are telling me. Now, I've had a bunch of misses today, so generally when that happens, I'll change my cadence. That says to me I'm fishing it too quickly, but I tried slowing this thing down and just didn't get any bites on it at all. So I'd rather bites with misses than no bites at all. At least if they bite and miss, they have a chance of getting it. So walking the dog takes a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's just kind of second nature. You don't even think about it. Oh, one of the other keys for catching trout on topwater this time of year, fishing the right water depth. I find 3 to 5 feet is ideal. Sometimes you catch them in 6 foot, but 3 to 5 is ideal. Anything more shallow than 3, forget it. You might catch reds, you might catch bass, you're not gonna catch many trout. I'll tell you this, I'd rather over 5 than under 3. Now, I could not be happy with how today has gone. It's not even 10 o'clock and I'm already packing up to head home. I could definitely stay here all day and pick away at these fish. No question about it, there are more fish here to be caught. But I wanna get this video edited so it's as timely as possible when you see it. This is going on right now. It's gonna be going on another month at least. So you got a little bit of time, but boy, this is a great thing to do this weekend. The weekend after that, the weekend after that, and at least the weekend after that. So much fun. Well, this cold April continues in South Louisiana. Got the heavy coat on again today. I'm here on the edge of Lake Pontchartrain waiting on my good friend, Justin Bowles. We're going out to fish the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. For those of you from out of town, it's a long bridge that crosses Lake Pontchartrain. Used to be the longest bridge in the world, although I think another bridge has since overtaken it. But certain times of the year, big speckled trout crowd at the bridge legs. It's seldom fast action, but boy, it's always a lot of fun, and you always have that potential of catching the speckled trout of a lifetime. I don't know if that's going to happen today, but we have gotten some reports that there are some fish at the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, so we're going to give it a whirl. Justin should be here any minute. Nice, beautiful, calm morning. We got a little bit of a southeasterly breeze blowing right now, but not too much, maybe 2 knots or so. Hopefully it stays nice and calm like that, because that lake can get rough in a hurry. We'll see. All right, we just pulled up here to Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. The Pontchartrain Spillway was open earlier this year. They just closed it fully April 1st, just a couple of weeks ago. But you'd never know it by this water clarity. It is gorgeous out here. Now, the only bad thing about fishing out here, in addition to the fact that it can get really, really rough, is this constant cacophony of traffic heading to the South Shore all the morning commuters going into downtown New Orleans to work. Man, I feel so sorry for them.
Oh man, visibility's great. It's at least 2.5 feet, huh?
It's my first time doing the Causeway with a remote control trolling.
Oh, is it? What'd you have last time? A hand control? Fish on, fish on. Nice. Is he a netter? No? Not bad, not bad. Your first Causeway speckled trout in how long?
A year and a couple
year?
days.
Really?
He's thick.
Yeah, he's thick. Got him. Fish on? That's got to be that bait color. It's got to be the Holy Jolly. Is that a better fish? Same fish. All right. I'm not sure, Justin, but I think that's 2-0. You fishing a 3/8? You thumped? Justin lands one more, I'm switching. I haven't gotten a bite, have you? There he is. Now I have. Oh, lost him. Yeah, he was out. Justin's been getting his hits out.
Happy to see that they're the thick, fat back.
Yeah, right.
Causeway trout.
Come on, we need a bite. Somebody needs a bite. I did. I let mine go. He told all his friends. Fish on, fish off. There's a bite. Oh. Justin keeps getting robbed. Yeah, the pattern so far is there is no pattern. They're just kind of scattered. Fish on. Redfish. All right, redfish. Where's our Holy Jolies?
I think the water might
Too clean for Holy Jolly? Oh yeah, I agree. I think you're right.
I think I had like one hit on this. That was it.
I've had 2 hits, but he's up to like maybe 10 hits.
Well, that means it's
What do you have on? Jolie?
midnight.
Oh. Well, that should be just as good as this.
You would think.
Let me see if I get any bites. Another miss! It's gonna be one of those days, huh? Oh, don't lose him! Don't lose him! Don't lose him! Whoa, that's a good trout. Nice. All right, let me get a pick. Man, we are missing some fish, dude. Terrible. Our efficiency is atrocious. All right, I still haven't put a fish in the boat. He was way out. I did. I'm not gonna set the hook anymore. I'm just gonna start reeling in. I mean, it was a dramatic difference when I went to you.
Oh, it came off again.
Hey, look at that. All right, finally put one in the boat. Man, they're fat, you're right. That is a fat fish. I'll tell you what, either he's foul hooked or that's a good fish. It feels like a red. He might be foul hooked though. Let's see what he is. I don't. It's not a trout hooked in the mouth. I'll say that. Oh, it is a trout. It's a nice trout. I don't know. Let's look at him again. It's a 3 pounder, I'd say. Oh, he's not that big. He's not that big. I can hoist him. Oh! He's definitely the biggest of the day, but he wasn't as big as I thought. He was kind of hooked inside of the mouth. That's why he's fighting so weird. Sorry, I was gonna let him go anyway. Right, made me feel a little better.
All right, we are having a blast out here, but we're also getting a little frustrated here and there. Oh, Joel's hooked. That's why we're getting frustrated. We keep missing fish. The fish are just pecking at the bait, not taking it deep. Even our hookups, the fish are getting into the boat or just barely hooked on the edge of the lips. Missing a lot of fish, pulling them up to the top. They're shaking, throwing the hooks. But we're still putting some nice fish in the boat. I just lost maybe a 2.5, 3 pounder while we're fumbling to get the net. We're releasing all our fish today, so it doesn't matter, but you'd still like to get them in the boat and let them go. But Justin just pointed something out. At least now we know where they are. And as soon as something changes and these fish start attacking the baits, we'll make a pass back through this area and hopefully put a lot more in the boat. But I can tell you this, the Causeway is on.
Oh, Justin! Oh, Joel! My turn. They're just not taking it deep at all. They're in peck mode. There we go. Looks like he's got it deep. Let's see. See if we get him in. Staying down, huh? Might be a good fish. Oh, net. Let's net him. Where's your line? Not as big as I thought, but he's not a bad fish. Fat. Look how fat that fish is. Look at that. That's a late Pontchartrain trout. Short and fat. Yeah. Look at it. Even still. I mean, still not deep. Fish on, fish on. Let's see if you land it. See if you're better than your dad. I know what you mean. Uh-oh, he's got Godzilla. It's a 1.5 pound fish. A 1.5 pound.
Big old red fish. Is it real?
He hasn't seen it. It's a red? Have you seen it? Big trout fight like that.
He's not coming up at all.
It doesn't, I'm telling you, big trout fight like that. The suspense is killing me.
I think it's a red.
Justin, how many trout have you caught here you thought were reds?
Bunches.
Trout. Look at this guy. Dude, that's the biggest trout you caught in a while. It's a red, it's a red.
They're right on Dad's jacket.
Right on the jacket, right. All right, let's
He thought it was a trout. He said
forget the net. Look how fat, that fish is not long. He's not long at all. He's just fat. That thing's so fat. There he is. He came back and hit it a second time. That's a baby. All right. Probably a 16-inch fish, but it feels like a baby.
That's a solid trout.
Right. Let's see how big he is. Yeah, he's 15 inches.
Man, I tell you what, I love this causeway fishing, but admittedly, it's not for everybody. You're out here and it's really rough. Now, we're in Justin's 25-foot blackjack. It's a big boat. It can really handle some rough seas. And I'll tell you, this is just kind of typical. You don't get days a whole lot calmer than this. You get a few where it's flat calm. But by and large, it's either this rough or rougher. And the action here is seldom just every cast. It doesn't happen that way. You got to work and earn these fish. But that's what makes it fun. And that's what guys like Justin who fish out here all the time, that's what they love about it. And Justin, look, let me tell you, he knows this causeway better than anybody. He's probably the best causeway fisherman I know. So I'm gonna talk to him and get some of his tips. So hopefully if you come out here, you can translate them into success. All right, so Justin, people come out here frequently and have no success. What are the keys to getting these fish to bite out of the causeway?
I think a main key is getting your bait down to the bottom, staying in contact with your bait. You really need to fish it slow. If you get a bite, pick it apart, figure out why, make the same cast over and over again. If you get another one, keep repeating it. It's very monotonous, but it produces some very nice fish.
Now talk about that for a minute. What's some of the biggest fish you've seen come off these bridges?
I've had quite a few 6-pounders, some 6.5s up to 7s, but the fun part to me is getting limits of fish that are 18 to 22 inches. It's just, they fight different. It's like a different breed of trout. You can see the shape of them. They're short, fat footballs, and they bulldog you all over when you hook one.
All right, people always want to know about baits and colors. What are some of your favorite baits and colors to fish out here?
If I could have one bait to fish out here, it would be a 3/8 goldeneye jig head with a matrix magneto in pretty much any color water. If the water gets really dirty, I'll go to a lemon head or something bright like that, like the purple and chartreuse. But it has to be really, really filthy for me to switch from magneto.
All right, Justin, also last question. I know you're a big believer in using the right rod for the task at hand. What do you like to use for this type of fishing?
I like to use a 6.5 foot, medium heavy, extra fast. Even a heavy I don't think will hurt you. But one big tip I have, trout have soft mouths. The trout out here are no different. When you set the hook on the fish, I keep my drag loose, and I've gotten in the habit of putting my thumb on my spool when I set the hook. So I don't have any drag slipping on the hook set, but then I can let go of it and I have a loose drag to fight the trout with. Normally you have slack line, so you want a stiff rod to move the bait whenever you go to set the hook out here. As you can see, we got probably 1.5 to 2 footers rolling in on us, and the fish are wanting to hit after you pop the bait up and it's sinking back down, and you can see the belly in the line. But I use straight fluorocarbon line to still feel the bite. And then when I get the bite, there's times that you go to set the hook and it's nothing there, but I try to do everything I can to make a hook move in these conditions.
All right, it is early and it is dark out here. Got an early start today. We had a cool front come through last night. Not really a cold front, just kind of a wind shift. Dropped the temperatures just a little bit. Got a northwest wind today. Right now it's not too strong, maybe 5 to 10. And I'm in this little cove hoping to catch some fish on topwater. Now I'm really probably pushing the issue because water temperatures right now are 58 degrees and that's just a little bit cold for topwater baits. But I'm gonna make a quick pass here just to let the sun get up a little bit, let the skies brighten, see if I can catch 1 or 2 nice speckled trout on topwater bait. Got my Mirror Sea Dog and just kind of feels right. I hope it happens. Water's really up right now. But this northwest wind, I'm sure, is going to make it fall. This is kind of a long shot, I got to admit. I don't know what the water clarity is. I have heard some mullet jumping just since I stopped in here. I don't know if there's grass around. Looks like it's going to be a gloomy, overcast day. Good topwater day, just wish this water temp was a little bit higher. All right, I'm not seeing a whole lot of bait, and I haven't snagged any grass with this topwater, so I'm gonna run it to the back of this cove, see if I can find something that looks a little bit better. All right, so I came way back in this cove, and I definitely like what I see. Water's 4 feet deep. I suspect this cove would be unfishable in normal water conditions, but since that water's up, it's kind of flooded this grass flat. Oh, I'm seeing lots of surface activity. I think this is about to happen. Oh, there's a swipe. There he is. There he is. There he is. First cast. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's a good trout. My goodness, that's a good fish. Oh yeah, that's a really good trout. There he goes. Look at this fish. Look at this fish. Oh, I wish I had my net handy. He's barely hooked. He's got one hook. He's got the back hook. Look at that. Stay on, big boy. That's the biggest trout I've caught in a minute if I get him in. Caught on top water, 58-degree water. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. I think he's about to give up the ghost. Let's see. I'll 100% release this fish. I don't keep trout this size. Stay on, boy. Stay on, big boy. Now he's just hooked in the head. Don't shake. I feel you got another shake in you. Oh, look at this speckled trout. Look at this fish. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful, beautiful speckled trout. That fish may be 4 pounds. That's the biggest trout I've caught in many, many months. First cast back in this cove. Let me get the pliers. He's hooked better than I thought. I don't want this fish to die. Look how fat that fish is. Look at that. Look at him. I tell you, I didn't think he was that big when he hit at all. All right, that's so awesome. That made my day already. First fish of the day, and my day is made. Nothing like topwater trout fishing when these big boys are around. Man, I love it. Let's see how long this fish is. All right, this fish is 24 inches. He's fat too. I'm betting you this may be a 5-pound fish. I gotta weigh him. All right, he's 4 pounds, 8 ounces. So 4.5 pounds. All right, we gotta revive this boy and let him go. Come on, go ahead, kick. There you go. There you go. All right, I cannot tell you how excited I am. I could literally just go home now. My day is made. To catch a fish like that's the biggest trout I've caught. Man, it's got to be at least a year, maybe 2 years. 4.5 pounder, and I caught it my favorite way on a topwater bait. Oh man, I'm excited. I think my theory was proved out just by that one fish. This water's up, covered this grass flat, and these big trout have come in here to feed. There's lots of bait in here. Water's gorgeous. I don't think that's the last big fish in here. We've got a heavy cloud cover, perfect conditions for topwater baits, except that water temperature being down a little bit, but it doesn't affect those big fish as much as it does the little fish. They will feed with that water temperature down. I gotta see if I can catch another one. I gotta tell you, when that fish hit, I did not think he was that big. He didn't hit like a big fish. It seemed like a smaller fish prior to him missed it, and that got him excited, and he came up and smashed it. Whew. Oh, right by the, oh, look at that, right by the boat. That was not a big fish, but I bet he was a keeper. That wind is picking up. Good thing I'm in this protected cove. All right, I've definitely drifted out of the bait, not seeing anything to keep me excited, not getting any more blow-ups. So I think probably with this water up, those fish are closer to these shorelines. I'm gonna run back up this cove and work either one of these shorelines. See if I can get some bites that way. So I'm gonna make a pass not right up on this shoreline, but just a little bit off. Definitely back in the bait. All right, so that last drift down that one shoreline, I didn't get a bite, not a blow up. Saw lots of bait, lots of grass, pretty water. Felt like I should have gotten a fish. So my working hypothesis now is that she-dog is just too loud and obnoxious with these low water temperatures. Like I said, it's only 58 degrees. So I've made the switch to a matrix mullet, which is a more subtle bait, not nearly as loud, not as big, but I've had great success on this bait on days when I can't catch a fish on a she-dog. So make a quick pass down this other shoreline and see what happens. And given the quality of that one fish I caught, it's really difficult for me to leave this. I feel like I need to give it a little while and see if I can catch another one that big. There's bait all around me. Oh, we missed it. Oh my goodness, that was a great explosion. Oh man, I hate to miss that fish. Man, that's the thing with topwater. You get these big lulls and one fish will just give you a heart attack. All right, good sign for the matrix mullet. All right, there he is. There he is. That's a good trout. Not nearly as big as the last, but he came all the way out the water to hit this bait. That's a fish that's coming home if I get him in the boat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. About a 16-inch fish. I don't think he's 17. All right, boy, fight's over. Time for fighting is done. All right, so it's 2 hits on the matrix mullet that I don't think I would have gotten on that she-dog. I'm glad I made the switch. So I just realized something. Only a moron fishes treble hook baits without sunglasses on. I need to change that right now. So a friend of mine was just fishing a bass tournament a few weeks ago with his dad, throwing jerk baits. One of them hooked a bass, and his dad went to net it. Just as he did, the fish threw the bait, and one of the hooks came up and hit him right in the eye. Now, he said his dad is always fanatical about wearing sunglasses, but it was first thing in the morning, hardly any light at all. It was their first stop, and he hadn't thought about it yet. And look, I've done that many times, including today, but it's just foolish. Gotta have that eye protection, even on cloudy days like today. These are the bad days because you forget about it a lot. All right, I think I'm gonna make one more pass in here. I'm not setting the world on fire by any stretch. I'm getting a few blow-ups each drift, just enough to kind of keep me doing it. But some other stuff is starting to call my name, so I think this is gonna be my last drift, depending on what happens here. Oh, right by the boat. Why didn't you hit it earlier? All right, so I got a couple of fish on top, mission accomplished, but I think I'm gonna run back in the marsh. Definitely kind of got trout on the brain today. Go see if I can find any trout in any bayous. May end up targeting some reds as well, but I want to put a few trout in the box first. We'll see. All right, so remember how I told you that the water was up? Well, it's still up, but we got this northwest wind, plus we've got a falling tide, so that's making the water just race out of here. So I'm just jogging along in this bayou, heading into the current, spot locking here and there, and making some casts in productive looking areas. Throwing a holy jolly matrix shad on a 3/8 ounce death grip jig head. There is some grass in here, but I'm kind of throwing right to the edge of the grass, and so far it hasn't been a problem. If it gets to be, I'll switch to a weedless setup. Nice little 3-way coming up here. I'll definitely spend some time in it. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. That could be a trout. Oh. We'll never know. Hook my own tail. Oh, there's a fish. There's one. Feeling trout-like. Could be a little red, though. Yep, little red. I don't think he's gonna make the cut, but we're gonna put him on the tape just to see. He's borderline, maybe 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Blue tail, definitely feeding. Beautiful fish, just not big enough. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. That's a speckled trout. There we go. Speckled trout. That's what we came for. It's not a bad fish, I tell you what. That's not a bad trout from back here. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him. That's a nice 19-inch fish at least. That's why we came back here. Man, that's a good fish. Really fat fish. Look at him. 19-inch fish, maybe 20 inches. We're going to put him on the tape. He is 19 inches. Nailed it. Oh, there's a fish. Come on up, trout. Come on up, trout. Not a trout, a rat red. I found the redfish nursery. Where is your big brother? Well, see you around. Man, look at this water eddying up here. This is just a beautiful bend in this bayou. There's got to be some fish here. I'm going to take my time and work this over thoroughly. This is when that spot lock is worth its weight in gold. Just slowly and methodically work over a place like this. So this is a new bayou to me. I've never fished it. I did some map study last night and I found this bayou and a few others. And of course, when I'm looking at those maps, I look for bayous that are dark colored. It's an indication that at least at some point in time, they had clean water. Doesn't mean it's gonna be clean when I get here, but actually this one is pretty clean. And I got a falling tide and I'm fishing into the tide so I can work my bait naturally back with the current. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. I knew there had to be one right here. Good trout. All right. And he's not a lone soldier. There's got to be some more down there. Conditions are just too good. He took it deep, too. Look at that. Tells you he's definitely feeding. He definitely wanted it. Say ah. Ah. Whew, dude. You weren't getting off. Bad news for you. Good news for me. There's one. Nice trout, another trout. Back to back. Back to back. Man, our fall fishing is just so good here. It's just so easy. You cover some water, you're gonna find some fish. Just the way it is. Let's see if they got any more. I promise you they do. There he is. There he is. All right, good trout. There he is, good fish. Here we go. Back to back to back, 3 in a row. Good school trout, maybe 14 inches. Good eaters. There's a fish. All right, there we go. Four in a row. There's one. There he is. Awesome. So awesome. He's a little bit nicer fish. Maybe 17 inches or so. Chunky, chunky speckled trout. Boy, they're taking it deep too. Getting hooked really well. There he is. There he is. Nice trout. Nice trout. Yes. Ho, 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 ho. Lucky to get him. Big boy. Nice to have you aboard. Welcome to the G3. So a good little flurry of action at this spot that seems to have now died. Not terribly uncommon. I always wonder in those moments, are there fish still there? They just quit feeding. Did I kind of fish out the school? Do I need another school to kind of run through here? You just never know what the right call is. Seen it so many times where you can just sit here and wait. Another school will come through, you pick off 4 or 5 from it, then another lull, then another school. Before long, you get your limit. Seen other times where you wait and nothing ever shows up again. And I'm kind of not a terribly patient angler. I like to keep moving and keep finding feeding fish. So I think I'll make one more cast here and then move on in this bayou. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to hit this spot again on the way out, because I certainly might. There's got to be some fish at other bends in this bayou. Guaranteed. Typically, when you decide that's your last cast, that's when you get another hit. Yep. Yep. Oh, another trout. Well, that's gonna make it hard to leave. I don't know, my line got wrapped around my rod tip. That was pretty awkward. There we go. Good thing I got him in. Well, now I can't leave. I have to make another cast. That was almost on cue, wasn't it? My trained pet. All right, I could quite possibly sit here and round out my limit, but what fun would that be? I like finding new fish, and I'm confident I can today just because the conditions are so good. So I'm gonna move on up this bayou and see what else it holds. Gotta have some more trout, probably some more rat reds as well. Maybe even a bass or two, who knows? Let's see what this Trenasse has. Some beautiful water draining out of this Trenasse. And the water in this bayou's not bad, but boy, it's pretty coming out of here. Really pretty. Prettier than my second grade girlfriend. All right, I see a really good crossing up ahead. Lots and lots of mixing, moving water. Holds a lot of promise. Man, all this water pulling out this marsh just looks so good. I feel like this bayou has pretty water, but man, when you see it coming out of this marsh like that, sorry, buddy, I interrupt your day. I'll try and be more quiet. Well, this intersection doesn't look as good as I thought it did. It's really too wide. I'm gonna make a few casts in it, but I'm not as encouraged as I was when I saw it from back there. There's a fish. There's a fish. Come on, big boy. All right. First legal red of the day. It's a pig. That's a big guy. I'm not gonna keep him. He's too big. It's probably a 20, 21 inch fish. On a slow day, I might keep him, but not today. All right, time for a little lunch break. I'm getting starving. Here we are 2 days after Thanksgiving, so what better to bring on a fishing trip than Thanksgiving leftovers? Got some honey baked ham. Really good. All right, I'm revived and refreshed and ready to catch some more fish. Thank you to the Honey Baked Ham Company and also to my sister who forgot her leftovers at my house. So while I was eating, I just kind of let myself drift and I came back upon this intersection. That's the bayou that I fished coming in here. That's another bayou I can take. Looks to be a little bit wider than this bayou. So I got a decision to make. Do I go with the sure thing? I know there's fish in this bayou. Or do I go with my intrigue and see what I can find in this bayou? I think I'm gonna go with the latter. Why not? Let's go in there and see what we can find. But I'm gonna stick with the same color, that holy jolly. This is just a beautiful day. I mean, if every day was this way, there would be no fish left. We'd catch them all. There's a fish. That is right where he should be. I think it's a red. He's actually a redfish. He is another rat red. Right in this little intersection here. Ooh, the fish is cold. Go ahead, little boy. Get out there and grow. Bite me next year. Ooh, good fish. Good bite. There he is. What are you, another rat red? No, yeah you are. You're another red. Another rat red. Man, this bayou's full of them, huh? It's a good omen for next spring. These fish will all be legal by then. See you, buddy. So I haven't found any trout yet in this bayou. Found a few reds. Nothing legal, unfortunately. Good Lord, look at the water coming out of this. Let's spotlight grab, y'all. Make as much noise as we possibly can. Nice prop wash. I don't know if you can see that water change. This water's pulling out of this Trenasse and it is just gorgeous. I feel like this bayou's not that dirty, but boy, when you see it right here, it sure does look dirty. I might chuck a bass bait in there. There's a little bit of depth in that Trenasse. I'm gonna throw a bass bait. There's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, it's a bass. It's a nice bass. On a Z-craw. No, stay down, dude. All right, there we go. Yeah, I knew with that pretty water coming out of that Trenasse, there had to be some fish in here. That's a nice bass on a black light Z-Craw. Love this bait. It's really not a very good clean water bait, but it's what I had on. The conditions are so good. He didn't care, he ate it up. All right, let's see if he's got some buddies. Man, he thumped it too. Let me tell you, that was a hard hit. He definitely wanted it. This is a type of situation where you can literally catch 10 or 12 bass like that all in one spot. It's just too nice. Or you could just get one. There he is. All right. Yep, another bass right in the exact same spot. Oh, he's so pretty, so pretty. Come on, dude. All right. Now, are these big bass for an inland lake? No, but that's a nice marsh bass. And he stole my black light, but I got others. Black light Z-Craw, 3/8 ounce tungsten bullet weight. There he is. Get out the grass. Get out the grass. Come on, dude. All right. He was not getting off. He was destined to take a boat ride. And look, if it hurts your feelings to see somebody keeping bass, don't worry about it. These bass are susceptible to being killed in storm surges. They don't necessarily live all that long. That's why they don't get all that big. There he is. What are you, a red? I think you're a red. Nope, nope, another bass. Another bass. He never came up at all. He acted like a redfish. And man, he fought hard. Harder than a 1 pound bass should. I switched temporarily to a black and purple speed craw because I only had 2 of these black light Z-Craws left. I couldn't get a bite on it. I just switched back and then I got this one. All right, it's possible I could sit right here and finish out my limit on bass, which is 10 here in South Louisiana. But I got some stuff to do today, so I think I'm gonna fish my way out of this bayou, see if I can catch anything else, and call it a day. So if you're a regular viewer of the Marshman Masson channel, you know that the bass fishing here in South Louisiana has not been that good for the past, I don't know, 6 months or so. Our marshes are normally loaded with bass, but we had a lot of salty water over the past few months from various tropical events, also lots of east wind, and that really knocked the population back. So it's really good to see some bass in a bayou like this. Now believe me, once they spawn this spring, there'll be bass everywhere. As long as we don't have any more salt water push in. It doesn't take those fish very long, maybe 6 months or so through the Louisiana summer to get big enough to harvest. So by next fall, we should have some really good fishing.
All right, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and the time has arrived to call this trip. I gotta get home, got a bunch of stuff planned for this coming week, and I gotta get ready for it. One thing is, I'm heading to Florida at the end of this week to fish over there, to take advantage of a big bull redfish run that they have this time of year. So that should be entertaining. But by far, the 2 hottest baits of the day is a Holy Jolly Matrix Shad on a Death Grip jig head. And I tell you what, this is a phenomenal bait in clean water. My son actually developed this bait. It's got blue, green, and silver glitter in a clear plastic bait. And I'll tell you, it's a terrible bait when waters are dirty. Like, this is not what you want to fish at all. But when you find clean, pretty water, you cannot find a better bait than this. It is just really the color I go to more often than any, particularly this time of year in the winter. And hey, I guess we're not technically in the winter, but water temperatures are pretty much at winter levels. You know, the sun is supposed to be on a predictable schedule, but sometimes it seems like it's just delayed. Today is one of those days. It rained here all night, so obviously the cloud deck is really thick, but it's after 6 a.m. and sunrise is like 6:25, so it should be bright, but it isn't. It's still pitch black out here. But hey, it's better to be early than late. I got my son Joel with me today. What's up, y'all? And aside from the rain we had all night, it's actually a pretty morning. Wind's not blowing much at all. It's supposed to blow out of the southwest today, which is not a favorable wind by any stretch. But hopefully it won't start blowing for quite a while and we'll get a nice morning in. We're going to target speckled trout first thing. And whenever Joel and I fish, we love to do competitions. So we've got one in the works today. We're gonna do longest speckled trout, longest bass, and longest redfish. And the loser has to restock the tackle box. Now that's a big thing for us because we constantly go fishing without restocking and don't have baits that we need. And that's actually the case today. So hopefully we can make do with what we got. And hopefully at the end of the day today, Joel is restocking our tackle boxes.
It's not gonna happen. Watch this.
We'll see.
No. I got it. Thank you.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh, there he is. Fish on.
All right, so it's a beautiful morning. We've got a little bit of that southwest wind that I mentioned, but this water looks pretty good, really good. So Joel and I are gonna start throwing topwater baits. Hasn't worked out for me yet this late winter, but hey, maybe today is the day. I've got a black and chartreuse she-dog, and Joel has his famous 5-year-old green bone chrome, which is a fish catching machine. Man, this just feels like a topwater morning, doesn't it? I mean, you could see some explosions happening today. A little bit of ripple on the surface, heavy overcast.
Dude, if you can't catch one
Pretty
topwater
water.
today, it ain't happening.
This black and chartreuse used to be my favorite color topwater bait on cloudy days. I kind of got away from it, but since I haven't had any luck yet this year, decided to change things up. Go back to Old Faithful. I think it's gonna happen today, Joel. I just hope it happens to me and not you. Ooh, there was a little mullet on the surface. A little something, something. This is the morning. This is the type of morning you catch a 5-pounder.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what would you ask for other than this?
Right, it's beautiful. If we make a pass and don't get anything on top, we're gonna have to come back with corks and stick baits. Oh, that's a red.
Crap.
That's not good. I really don't want to catch him. That was a 20-minute fight. Which I like catching reds on topwater, but not when I'm targeting trout on a morning this pretty. Look at the bait, Joel. My God. Ooh. Oh, that was a red.
Dude.
Good night.
Holy crap.
Scared the crap out of me.
It's like a freaking shark.
Oh my goodness. Boy, did that scare me.
Dude.
I don't know if it came out on camera, but a red just blew up on me 10 feet from the boat. It was a bull red for sure.
That was a huge red.
That was a giant. I've been fighting him for a while. It's hard to get a good cadence going. You gotta keep swatting the gnats. So the real bet today should be how many times Joel breaks off. I'm setting the over under at 2.5.
I'm taking the under.
You take the
Oh, there he is.
You got him?
Fish on.
Shoot!
Fish on.
That stupid green bone chrome, I knew it. I knew it. You feel decent?
No, I don't know what this is, dude. He's not even fighting.
Dude, you sure you got a fish? He hasn't come up at all. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's little.
Congratulations. I don't even know if he's a keeper.
I don't know. Hold on.
No, he's a keeper. Shoot. You're in the lead. All right, Joel, 1 is a fluke.
What's 0 then?
Touche. Well, I tell you what, that redfish would have gotten me the redfish prize. I guess I should have. Yep. Of course, I'd still be fighting him. Oh, man.
Oh, it's a good fish.
That was a good fish. Sooner or later, one's gonna screw up and get these meat hooks. All right, back in business with a new color. Joel didn't catch anything while I was out of commission. That guy's getting awful close. That's how my day is going.
Dude, he's hooked funny. He's gotta be. All right, guys, we gotta finally have fish on top. There we go. It's a good fish.
All right, pretty tough morning so far. We've gotten a bunch of blow-ups on top, but very few connections. Joel's got 2 fish in the boat. I've got 0. And I just called up the buoy, and we're at the very end of this falling tide. Absolutely the wrong time period to be fishing topwater. Do have good conditions otherwise. Man, it's natty. Very foggy, nice and calm, but we probably need to scoot into the marsh to see what we can do there while this tide's low. And this topwater bite should actually get better as the day goes on and that tide starts rising and filling up these flats. So we're gonna keep that in our hip pocket, but we're gonna run into the marsh and try and catch some redfish and bass. Those are also on our agenda for today. It's foggy, we're not gonna run quickly. We're gonna take our time, get back in the marsh, and hopefully catch some more fish.
All right, it was a harrowing journey, but Joel and I made it. This bayou has water that's probably a 7 on a 10 scale. It's not great, but it's certainly not bad. Still pea soup fog. We got soaked on that journey back here. Now I am throwing the same bait I caught fish on the other day. The Strike King Rage Tail cut-all worm.
And I'm throwing a cupcake.
Joel's eating a cupcake.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives me a chance to gain some ground on him, because right now I'm losing. There's a fish. Oh, a little tiny bass. But right now, if I get him in the boat, I will be leading the bass category. Goodness. Look at this fish. Look at this. Hey, you never know how the rest of the day is going to go, right? Well, Joel, I'm leaving you in the dust.
Oh well.
Good luck catching up with that. Ooh, look at, you saw that? Look, you see the remnant? I would be throwing a pop bar. Oh, you saw that?
Oh, yeah, bro.
I think it was one the same size as that. Ooh, there he is. Ooh, redfish. Redfish. Unfortunately, for our bet, the fish have to be keepers, legal keepers. And this one, I assure you, is not. Not even worth a measurement. Sorry, dude. Yeah, you see? You saw that?
Yeah, I mean, he ain't hitting the pop on.
Ooh. Oh, there we go, Joel.
Oh,
There we go, Joel. Staying down. Staying down.
Oh, no, it's a big
Feel
rib.
the redfish leg.
Big rib.
Ooh, there we go. There we go. All right. Ooh. He's going to be tough to beat, Joel. We get him in the boat.
Good luck. Well, I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
That's
All
a
right.
long rib.
He destroyed that worm. I think I'm going to keep him. I'm measuring first, see how big he is. Joel, how big you think he is? I'm going to say
22.
I'll say 23. All right, he's 22 on the dot.
Do I get like an inch knocked off since I guessed it correctly?
Nope. So Joel, the unfortunate thing for you is that now I'm leading the bass and the redfish categories.
Yeah, well, the bass.
Yeah.
If we don't catch another bass, that's sad.
Yep.
I could catch any bass in this marsh and beat that.
Well, go ahead. Have at it. Now, since we're fishing a competition, it's really only fair of me to offer you the front of the boat. Do you want the front?
Sure. When it was raining?
Dude, you got drilled. He was hooked up. But it looked like you were hooked up for a second. Okay. Oh, there he is. Goodness, look at this guy. Look at this. He should be right next to the boat. I bet it is the same fish. That's a rubber stamp of what I just caught. I think he's smaller than the other one, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, Marty.
Ooh. There he is. That's a bass. Oh, yeah. All right, all right, all right. That solidified my lead in the bass category. Gotta measure him. Put him on the tape, see how big he is. 13 1/4. Picking your pocket from the back of the boat.
Oh my. See, it feels like I'm getting.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what is that?
It's a small red. Yeah. Dang it. It's not gonna help. Yeah, he might be big enough.
Oh no.
Oh, he's gonna be tough to swing.
No, don't swing it. Let's go.
Alright. Ah, dude, he might be over. Yeah, measure.
Ah, shoot.
Yeah, ow! Dude, the jaws got me.
Was it
But
worth
if
it,
he's
Joel?
over 22, it would be worth it.
All right, let's see how big he is. So I'm gonna call him 23. Would you agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
23.
All right, so you're in the lead.
I should retie.
Nah.
Nah, I don't need to. Damn, how did you come out?
Ooh. There he is. Sorry, Joel.
No, that is a big red.
No, it's not a big red. It's a little red.
Okay, good. Look at him roll.
Cartwheeling.
Alright, well, that's good. That's not even a keep.
No, he's not even a keeper.
Just a waste of time.
Hey, would you take that off for me?
No. I already got enough injuries.
You think he's worth measuring?
No.
I'll give you the opportunity to say, oh yeah. I'd put him on the tape.
Waste more of your time. God dang, dude.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, Jesus.
Little red, I bet you. What you want to bet?
No.
Little red, told you. Dude, you enjoy that fight? Man, look at that, another red. He came straight up like a bass, but he is not. How's that for a waste of time? Ugh, look, he shot all over the boat. Dude, he got really nervous.
He must be eating some algae.
Yeah, that's gross. Oh, did you break off? Did you break off?
I think. Yeah. I think I did.
It looked like you did. All right, that's one.
What? Dude.
Oh, no, you didn't. Nope, they just pulled the hooks. Man, that's not nearly as funny. You'll land about 10% of them.
Holy crap.
It's nothing. It's nothing. Oh, no.
Oh, that's a good bass.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a good bass. Come on, get in the boat.
13 1/4, it's got to beat. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
He's
baby.
long, too.
I think he's over 13. Oh, holy crap. You got a freaking stud red.
Man, this fish.
Oh, great. That's bad. Oh, no. I better hope this
Hey,
bass.
I want to see that fish on the tape.
I better hope this bass is 13 and a half. Damn it. Dude, that's not good.
Got a shot. It's got a shot.
Oh, that's definitely over. Dang.
It's not. I don't think he's over yours. What was yours?
No,
23.
he is. I can almost.
23.
Here, I'll get him. No, he's over 23. Crap. Ah, dude.
All right. All right. Let's see. A moment of truth. I'm calling that a tie. Like I can't say one is definitively bigger than the other. You agree? I mean, that's a 23-inch fish.
Nope, he's not
Close
big
your
enough.
mouth.
He's not big enough. Oh. Oh,
he is.
He is.
13 and a half. Shoot.
All right, he's a little lower.
So you got bass?
And red and trout.
No, red, we're tied. There he is. Just silly. I mean, think of how many reds this size are in here. Yeah. It's incredible. Our fishing this spring is going to be silly. I mean, silly. These fish are all going to be legal sized, and it's going to be just crazy. All right, the gnats have gotten absolutely unbearable. They're terrible. So Joel and I are gonna run just to give us some relief. We're gonna go head to a different bayou and see what we can catch there. The gnats are gonna be just as bad there unless this wind picks up. But man, they are atrocious today. All right, so we're in this new bayou, and these gnats are very happy we left the other one and came here because they're getting to feast. Okay, currently Joel is winning our fishing challenge, unfortunately. He's got a 13.5-inch bass. He's got a 17.25-inch speckled trout, and he and I tied on redfish, 23 inches. So I'm losing 2.5 to a half. That's not good. So if I take the bass category here, really, if I catch a bigger red, I'm still losing, right? If I catch a 24-inch red, I'm still losing, because then it's 2 to 1. So I need to catch back here.
What if you catch a bass?
I need to catch a big bass. That'll tie us.
Dude, literally, yeah.
A big bass would tie us.
Yeah. You're one fish away. I don't want it to end in a tie.
No. Shoot. Oh, don't be a bass. He hasn't come up. Hasn't come up. Has a little red. Take your time, Joel. First time fishing? There he is. Watch it, Joel, watch it. Man, how many redfish are down there? If these were keepers, we'd sink the boat.
No, we wouldn't. We'd be breaking the law.
Well, we'd have our 10, let's put it that way. Goodness. Good day to be tagging fish. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice bass. Nope, nice bass.
Not a good enough bass.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, he's not 13 and a, what is it, 13 and a half?
You can.
I'm a measuring, but he's not gonna make it.
He's not even close.
No.
What's the truth?
Yeah, he's about 11.
Look at that place. I really have past few times that potty.
Oh yeah! Oh, keeper trout.
Too bad it's not 17 inches.
It's not gonna win our contest, but that is definitely a keeper trout. He tattooed it. Ooh, what's Joel got? That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. Is Joel gonna take every category? Joel, I had a half a win, and you're gonna take it.
No.
Please come off.
He's not even close.
Okay, good. That's a good eater. That's the 20-inch fish we've been talking about. We haven't been catching. Oh, right in the camera.
Oh, he's stuck here.
It's another undersized red. Not even a oh no, big speckled trout.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
I don't think he's 17 and a half, but he could be. No, I got it. Thank you.
Please.
All right, what's your guess?
No,
I'm gonna say 16 and a half.
Yeah, I don't think he's 17 and a quarter. Yep.
16 and a half. Nailed it.
All right. I'm glad you were right for once.
All right, so Joel and I are back on the hunt for speckled trout. I'm throwing this cork. He is throwing topwater. I'd prefer to be throwing topwater, but I feel like one of us needs to keep him honest. And he had more success this morning topwater than I did, so here we are. I mean, he's good Oh, Joel, damn it, I got smoked. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. That's a good trout. Oh, that's a good trout.
Oh, God.
No, he's not 17, Joel. You got nothing to worry about.
Here goes the lead right here.
All right, there we go. There we go. So I put down the cork and picked up this, I don't know how you pronounce this bait, in all honesty. It's spelled R-U-N-C-L. R-U-N-C-L. Runkle? R-U-N-C-L? I don't know what they go by. But I like these baits. They look good in the water. And this speckled trout, thought this one looked especially good. He's got all 3 hooks. He hit it twice. He hit it once, missed it, came back and got it the second time. And now he's gonna be eating. Oh, he missed it. Dude, he smoked it. Oh, he's got it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Let's see if he wants one of these. Joel just got drilled twice.
That was a good trout.
That was a good trout, yep. You rolled on it.
It's like they're coming up with closed mouths.
Right.
Knocking it.
Right. They just don't want them yet. It's strange. But that's how my topwater year has been. Blow-ups with no connections. Crazy. Oh, that was a red.
That was the freaking coolest thing I have ever seen in my life.
Did you see the fish?
Yes, he came up in the bait.
It was a red?
No, it was a trout.
Trout, was it? That was a ferocious explosion. Hey, listen. Oh, there he is. There he is, Joel. There he is, Joel. Oh.
Is that a big one?
No. But it's a trout on a hard plastic, and I will take it. I will take it.
Dude, that was the coolest thing, I'm telling you. And he was like reeling his bait in.
Oh! Set it. Did you set it? You got him? That wasn't much of a set.
I don't set on the top.
Okay. He hasn't come up.
That's a pretty good fish.
Is it? You want me to get the net for you? Don't lose him. Don't lose him. He hasn't come up at all.
So I was talking to you and I stopped it.
That should tell you something. Of course, when you do it on purpose, it never works. Dude, that fish hasn't come up at all.
I hope it's not a red.
Oh, I missed him. Almost had a double, Joel. I blew mine.
Can you see him? I can't see
No, I can't see him at all.
Dude, this is a good trout, unless it's foul. If he comes off now.
Oh, big trout. Holy crap. Hold on, Joel. I only got a glimpse of him. He could be a red, but I'm pretty sure he's a trout.
Yeah, I think he's a trout.
Good fish. Good fish. Watch the motor. Now, oh, that's a good fish. Hold on, Joel. Hold on, Joel.
Don't get me ready.
All right, here we go. Fish of the day by far. Ooh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
That's a good trout. Look at this fish. That's the biggest trout you caught in a minute, huh?
Yeah, in a while.
On topwater. Nice. All right.
Talking about.
Joel, what's it like catching a fish on top?
He wasn't hooked.
What's it like?
Awesome. It will make your day.
Goodness, man. Shoot. Joel, how much would I have to pay you, literally,
To get rid of this bait.
for that bait? How much would I have to pay you for that bait? Throw out a number. What, like, to where it's mine forever. You've been fishing that bait, what, 4 or 5 years?
5 years.
4 or 5 years, and it's always the hottest bait on the boat, always. And if you throw other topwaters,
Yeah,
you don't catch anything. So it's not you, it's that bait.
I go in 300.
300? Wow.
If you gave me 200 for it, I would not.
All right, so Joel's saying 300. Anybody out there gonna offer more than that for this bait? I'm thinking of paying it. Oh, you got him? Goodness. That was a ferocious explosion. I'm not even helping you. It's gotten ugly now, Joel. I hate that bait. Look at that. Look at that, tells you don't know anything. That tells you don't know anything about an explosion, because that fish went bananas on that bait. So I've said it before, this time of year, fish bite topwaters all day. These speckled trout could not care less what time of day it is in February and March. Right now it's 1 p.m. The sun just came out, and here we are, or here Joel is anyway, catching speckled trout on topwater baits.
You have to measure him.
No, he's legal. He's 14 inches. He's just not as big as I thought he was. Ooh! There he is, Joel. There he is, Joel.
That's a good fish, too. Don't come off. Don't come off.
Please don't come off. Oh, he's not big, but I want him. I want him. I want him.
You got him.
All right. Never been so happy to see a fish in my life. It's been a long time coming in 2019, but here he is. All right, I finally broke my 0 for 2019 streak on topwater baits. I didn't catch anything like Joel did with that stupid green bone chrome bait. When I get home, I'm gonna hide that thing. Not only that, but I got my butt handed to me in our competition. Well, looks like I'm gonna be restocking the tackle box. Still, it was an absolute blast. We caught a ton of fish today. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in this beautiful marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.